How's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the Glacier Chains ladder pattern twisted link tire chains, and we'll see how well they fit on our 2022 Nissan Armada. Now, adding tire chains to your vehicle is a great way to maintain traction, and in some places they're required by law. So let's see how well they fit and how we install them. These guys are made of low carbon steel, so they're designed to deal with the abuse of being underneath your vehicle and dealing with ice and water and snow and stuff. So this is gonna make sure that they stay nice and intact as much as tire chains can. These guys are gonna have a link that goes towards the outside where you're gonna have these cam adjusters. Now these cam adjusters are gonna help take out the looseness of your chain and allow it to get nice and tight so it'll stay right where you need it when you're going down the road. Now something that's not included is a rubber adjuster, and it's something I always recommend when I speak to neighbors like yourself because it just makes sure everything stays nice and tight. Now as far as setting these up, only thing you really need is a set of gloves. I would suggest maybe a mat or something, possibly a box, because you do have to get all the way on the ground to make the connection, but let me show you how to get it going. So now we're gonna lay our chain out on the ground, and we're just gonna straighten it out, making sure that we get all the twists and kinks out the way to make it go on easy. Now, one way I found was pretty smooth is that you can put the cams closest to the vehicle with your hooks facing down, and that way you can just reach up and drape it over your wheel. Now, I like to give myself a little extra play in the back, so I kind of go a little bit further back than it's going to be in the final position, just so I have a little extra chain. And now we're just going to go underneath and make our connection. Now we're going to hook our loop link right here to our hook. I'm going to give myself a lot of space on this and use the furthest out link. All right, now that I made this connection, we're gonna move to the front. So now I'm gonna pull my chain forward and we're gonna make our connections on the front. And you're just gonna hook that together and try to align it best you can where your lateral rungs are going along your tread. And you can see that we're still a little loose. So this is when our cam tool comes into play. We're gonna use this to kind of tighten it down to keep everything right where we want it when we're going down the road. Now, even with all three tightened, you can see we still have a little bit of slack. And that's why I always recommend adding a rubber adjuster. This is gonna help keep everything nice and tight and help avoid damage to your rims. So you can go ahead and just go from side to side, trying to make it even as possible, making sure your hooks are pointed away from your tire. These guys go on super easy. You will need a pair of gloves and just know you have to get down on the ground. But if you're facing, unfavorable terrain, this is gonna make sure that you're doing okay and you're gonna keep on your course. And honestly, if it's safe, snap a picture of that snow, because here in Missouri, we'd love to see it. We just like having that interaction with you. Now again, this is Ed with etrailer.com, taking a look at the Glacier ladder pattern twisted link chains on our 2022 Nissan Armada. Have a great day.